It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Oilers' rocket-arm quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Oilers and the Packers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
And we are underway from Houston. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
In motion left comes Williams. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 2nd and 9. Another run for Gibbs here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Here's 3rd and 3. Off play action. Ortiz. That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Read option. This is Gibbs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Touchdown! Chris Watkins, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On play action, they'll throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he stopped immediately there.
Brought down in the play by Deron Bland. Now it's 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around.
Ortiz now. Off play action. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, 28 yards.
And the Oilers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they'll go on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Holding offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be taken at the 10. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson,
66 yards.
And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw.
Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
A check down here to Jones.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Back to throw again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A final shot before break. Ortiz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fair...
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Reed. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Ortiz.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Williams, the man in motion left.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Ortiz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
And now an audible here into something else.
Here's Ortiz. Off the play fake. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Ortiz. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
James Mitchell
From a yard out.
And the Oilers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early.